everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 536. We are that podcast that talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am Mako-chan.
And how is everybody doing tonight?
Meh.
I've had a couple of long days. I've had a couple of long days. Also, I realized since I got this new 4K monitor, and I'm not saying it to like rub it into anybody's faces because I'm not. I realize that I don't have OBS at full screen, Audition's not at full screen, because I realized when I had it at full screen, it's like, this is definitely way too much space. So everything is just kind of scattered about. So, and I kind of like it for the way it is. I have just enough space to get things done. So I kind of miss one of my tabs in OBS, but it is what it is. So, you know, but anywho, enough about that. Let's get the show on the frickin' road here, huh? Okay, let me minimize this and mute that. Perfect. Okay. Where are you? Perfect. Here we go. We are live tonight. Week of March 1st, 2022, right here on Twitch TV. We're here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us here at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. We're also proud partners, part of the Voice of Geeks Network. You can find out more information at vognetwork.com. And if you want to check out some of the programming on there, you can just head over to Twitch TV/VOG Network. They kick things off Sunday night at 8 p.m. The Bobby Blackwolf Show, followed by Orange Lounge Radio at 9. And don't forget, we have a Discord. So come swing through, hang out with us there at vognetwork.com/Discord. Every channel that's in there has a show on VOG or at one time. So come through, hang out, have a good time. We'll absolutely love you. And I see Dabiri says, so it was the Chaos Isekai when you had them full screen? Yeah, I was just glad there was no Trash Art Online cameo appearances while I had it at full screen, because that is a terrible Isekai. It's a poor man's dot hack, let's be real.
Oof.
Log Horizon was better than Trash Art Online, so... I mean, Log Horizon took basically the plot point of Sword Art Online and just made it better. So, that's my word, and I'm sticking to that. Anywho, now that we got that out the way, let's ask the other hosts on the show, how was their week and how was their day? Ari, how was your week? How was your day?
Well, it's Tuesday, so I got paid.
And
this past weekend was my birthday.
happy birthday to you, man.
Happy birthday.
Doesn't feel happy. I've turned 40.
I'm 43. Welcome to the club.
Anyway, my friends, we all decided to go out to the original barcade in Philly.
Hold up. The original barcade's in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. The original is in Brooklyn. There's like 3 locations in Manhattan. I think they opened another one in Brooklyn. There's one in Newark. There's one in Jersey City. And there's one in Philly. So.
Well, I guess I was told wrong then.
Nah. It's
anyway,
all good. Yeah. It's all good.
Anyway, we spent the night drinking and playing video games. Although some of the machines were a little gimped out and had, non-functioning joysticks, which we got to find out the hard way.
I also believe they actually crank up the difficulty on those machines on purpose.
Well, that's doable on any arcade machine.
No, I'm saying, like, when you go into any arcade, it's generally set at level 4 or level 5 right off the bat. I have seen machines set at level 7 and 8.
Oh yeah, I know. I've done that too. But yeah, especially in like places where people are bound to put a lot of money in, that's what they do.
Yep.
And anyway, but yeah, that's how things have been. My vacation ended yesterday, and getting back into the swing of work, which I'm like, I need a vacation again. Really, like, didn't want to go to work. I mean, thankfully, my next vacation is in 2 weeks anyway. The third week of March.
Oh yeah,
because we're all going to Zenkai,
yeah,
remember?
Actually, it's you, me, Chocola, and Kuro Hikari-chan, the four of us. So we'll be sending virtual hugs and kisses to Mako-chan as she cries into her soup.
Well, actually, they did post that for $15, I can actually watch part of the convention live from my home.
Are you going to do it?
Yes, I am.
But it's
Awesome.
not the same. But I totally get
No,
you.
it's not the same. But they
We
will
need
be
a floating
recording.
TV screen with your face on it. That way we can see.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Mandy TV,
but they
all
are
Mandy all the
recording,
time.
Main hall and 2 of the bigger panel rooms, and then they will be, doing different shots of around the convention and posting old videos. So, and the good thing is, for $15, that is a year that I can watch all of those videos. So I don't even have to watch them that weekend.
Well, it sure as hell beats them building an app to do all of that. So, which that is a good thing. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how everything's been going. This is also my first day back at working with the new car, and everyone who had seen it is loving it.
That's good.
They kind of figured it was mine because I had already put a Mason decal on the back bumper.
I was at some party over the weekend, and I saw a guy. He actually had the Mason pin on his tie.
That's common too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're a secret society which has a huge line of merch
with Nicolas Cage as its president.
Oh, god damn it, don't even joke about that.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Alright, that's how my weekend day has been going.
Okay. Mako-chan, how was your week? How was your day?
Something, Pokemon, something.
Yeah, the new generation release.
Yeah, so not only did we get the new generation release, we got, Pokemon Day was Sunday. They had the Pokemon event in Pogo. An update for Arceus. And yeah, so lots of Pokemoning this week. And the Alolan Pokemon debuted today in Pokemon Go.
Now,
that's cool.
Before we go any further, Mako, tell them which is your starter Pokemon for Gen 9.
Weed Cat. The thing is, if I've seen a couple of different quote unquote spoilers for leaks on what's going on, and if
the final version is going to be a cat version of Rob Van Dam.
No. The fire starter. It actually kind of looks very demonic in its final form. So if that's true, I might actually have to go with the fire demon instead of the weed cat.
So what you're saying?
It'll be Fire Dark or Fire Ghost.
So what you're saying is its final form is you in the morning when you hit the alarm clock.
Pretty much.
And as La Chocolate says, I like the duck. He looks like Donald Duck. Yeah, actually, that's Kingdom Hearts Donald. At least this Pokemon knows how to heal.
But
yeah, I'm already on Team Admiral Quacks.
Look, there's already Kingdom Hearts photoshops going around with the duck superimposed on top of Donald.
You're lucky all you found was Kingdom Hearts photoshops.
No, I found a German meme of the wee cat with the blunt smoking.
I was referring to people already making Rule 34 fan art of them, but yeah, that works.
Oh, so you saw what I put on Mako-chan's Facebook.
I didn't see that specifically. I don't know what you're talking about.
I would wait until... okay. All right.
But yeah, also the fact that the region is based on Iberia, Spain and Portugal and whatnot.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get somebody? Are we gonna get some crazy trader who looks and acts like Vega from Street Fighter?
I don't know, but I do understand that a lot of the names of the Gen 9 Pokemon are in that style of like Latin spelling and sounding, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it here, he says, leaks don't go with the cat, they go with far-fetched.
But
I actually wouldn't mind like a Sirfetch'd figurine at my desk.
What the hell?
I tried to warn you. Keyword try.
It's not that I'm like angry or anything. I'm like, oh, this isn't nearly as bad as what I've seen.
Fair enough.
all I'll say is I want a new Eevee. We've gone a couple of generations now with no new evolution, and I want a new Eevee.
Like in the same vein of you want a new duck.
I know exactly what that song is, and now I'm hearing it in my head. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, the problem is I have that in my head, and from going to all of his freaking Ranma panels, I have the music video in my head.
Oh yeah, with Moose.
You too.
That's what's playing in my head right now.
I think I have that original panel on a CD or a DVD somewhere in this house.
I would not be surprised.
I think when it comes around to an anniversary of Ranma 1/2, I may have to bring that panel back. So, my weekend day has been the same, more or less, except that the last few days have been kind of mind-numbing because the company I work for acquired another company, so plus InfoSec pushed an update to the phones, and people have been complaining about the fact that they have to put a pin on their watches. Well, if your watch is connected to a phone which has our corporate email, that's what has to happen. And for those of you who are wondering, if you put a pin or a passcode on your watch, you only have to put that pin code in when you put the watch on. That's it. That's the only time. And there are times I even forget, and I'm just like, oh, I just do it. That's all it is. People are mad that more apps are being pushed to their phones. I'm like, well, if you're using corporate email and you're viewing documents and so forth, that's part of the package. You can either get a second phone to put that on or just remove the corporate the software. That's all it is. There's no compromise. I'm just the messenger, And because of that, the last couple of days of work has been a little hectic because I've been staying a little bit later because I'm fielding like calls at like 5 minutes before I leave and this and that. So I've been handling them, and that's kind of happened today, but thankfully I was able to get out not too late, but still make it in time to catch up with television and stuff. That's basically has been my week and day. That's it. Oh, and I did a little bit of cleaning up. Oh, and I injured my tendon while working out at the gym Saturday, but it feels a lot better. So I think this Saturday my trainer's probably going to do more of the upper body strength. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but last week I went to the doctor for a blood test. They wanted to check up on some things about me. Basically, my sugar's a little high. My liver numbers are a little high, but it's nothing bad. It's just, they're just being proactive. So I have to cut down on fatty foods, and exercise a lot more. So my goal is now to at least hit the gym Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at least. You know, so we'll see how that goes. Thing is, I've been trying to go to the gym since I've been back at work at least more than once a week, but I get lazy, and y'all know this. And one thing on my test results is I decided to make an appointment for a sleep study to figure out my snoring. And I'll say this once, and I'll say it again. I do not snore. It is heavy breathing in regards to how my nose is. I do understand that other people say that I snore, so I am just going to take their word for it. It's just that it's my hubris that's saying otherwise, because that's what people have said to me for years. It's not that you're not snoring, it's just heavy breathing. So hopefully after this sleep study, they'll give me some type of medication. I'll clear my nose up where it'll go away or something like that. We'll see what happens. So overall, I think if I had to put myself on a percentage, I say I'm running at anywhere between 90 to 95%, so that's all that matters. I'm good. I'm good with that. So now that we got that out the way, let's get into some housekeeping here. If it'll adjust, let me push the button again. No, let's try it one more time. Actually, let me just do it that way. No. There we go. All right, so we got some housekeeping information here. Don't forget, every episode of Anime Jam Session of last year up until now is available on YouTube. You can find them at youtube.com/Anime Jam Session. Click on the link for podcast VODs at the playlist file, and you'll see them all there. And I will be updating, I believe starting this week, each podcast episode will have an episode title on there. So if you don't read underneath the thumbnail, I'll drop it in right there. So we'll roll with that. Don't forget to check out the VOG Network Pro Shop at vognetwork.com/shop. Cool VOG Network merchandise. Please support your independent podcasters. That's us. We have upcoming conventions right now. I only have 2 confirmed. I think I have a third, but I don't remember. ZenkaiCon, March 25th to the 27th at Lancaster County Convention Center in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And RetroCon, September 24th to the 25th at the Oaks Convention Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania. And speaking of ZenkaiCon, I just got word in on this a few minutes ago, but I will be doing a panel at ZenkaiCon. It'll be Friday, March 25th. I believe panel room 3 from 6 to 7. It's basically Twitch streaming and podcasting 101. This panel will teach you how to get started, how to create the ideas, planning it out, what the investments you're looking at to do the shows, and so forth. And the most important thing is go in with the mindset of having fun with it, because if you're looking to make money, yeah, you got a long hill to climb. So now that we got that out the way, we're going to get into the next part of our show, Geek Roundtable. This is where we talk about the geekier aspects of our lives. So, Ari, what you got?
You remember when I brought my computer up to you for upgrading, and I was embarrassed about how dusty it was on the inside, even though I tried to clean it out?
Yeah.
Because this was the thing I was waiting on to clean it with.
You know what's funny? I saw one of those once before online, and I laughed and mocked it because I thought it was like something weak. But I've seen and I'm like, you know what? Compressed air is so much better. That's just me. But I started to see a lot of tech.
This thing is loud and it gets fast.
I believe it. So
yeah.
So what happened?
So this is what I was planning on cleaning out with this thing.
So what happened was I saw a lot of tech YouTubers talking about like the electronic air duster, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe they have a point. So I went out and bought like an extension for my vacuum to do that with, which was a great idea. But then I realized how lazy I'd get trying to hook up the attachments to get it done. So
I know it has a USB 3 port in the back.
Yeah.
But I will not, under any circumstances, use my computer to charge this thing up.
Oh, you can. It won't do anything to your computer. Trust me.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have a dildo crypto incident like that one guy had.
A what?
The dude had bought a USB rechargeable dildo and
Okay.
charged it on his PC.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it had some backdoor malware where
Oh,
it
Jesus.
deleted all of his cryptocurrency and NFTs.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
I kind of, in a way,
the internet kind of laughed at him,
In a-
obviously.
in a way, I kind of find it hard to believe, but when it comes to USB, anything's plausible. And as Cedabiri says, backdoor malware. Shit. And he says, that's not the kind of virus I would expect from that kind of thing. That makes two of us. Hey, he made the comment this time, not me.
Yeah, I knew that sort of thing was going to happen.
Oh, man. All right, Mako-chan. Share off Hime-sama.
Yeah, so continuing on from last week, I am showing off the Toy Nami figure of Princess Ayaka. So yeah, that's her. And again, it is part of the set. There are 3 figures fully. I showed off Ryoko last week. Now you have Princess Ayaka, and next week you'll get Tenchi.
Fair enough.
And yes, it is legit. It is real.
No, we never said it wasn't, so you know.
No, I know some people were asking last week. So, yes, this is also completely legit.
And
it has the Pioneer logo on it. It has the Toonami logo on it.
And as Cedabiri says, all hail the House of Jirai.
Them kinky fucks.
I had the playing cards at one time, so yeah.
Kinky how?
You want to tell them?
If you go into some of the backstories, I mean, not only are they, marrying cousins and sisters and brothers and
royal inbreeding and
things like that, but they're also into
BDSM.
Yeah.
Oh, that's their thing. Go right ahead.
I mean, think about it. Ayaka was using like a cattle prod on Ryoko, and Ryoko's like, "Is that all you got?" And then Ayaka made some snide comment about it.
Like a little bit to the left. Oh, that's the spot.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Anyway.
All right. So I had something else I was going to show off tonight, but I'm going to save it for next week because something else came in today. So let me ask y'all, how many of y'all just getting like a notification, like an email from like USPS, FedEx, or UPS that you have a package coming and you have no idea who's it coming from?
Yeah, I've gotten that a couple of times.
Yeah, that happened today. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I order? Wait, I don't know. So I come home and I go to the porch, find this package, and I look at the address and I'm like, Tequila Washington. Oh! It's my LTT store hoodie that I ordered. Now, as some of y'all may know, my favorite YouTuber is Linus Sebastian of Linus Tech Tips because it's a tech YouTuber. I basically watch his streams more than anybody else's. I mean, he puts out a video every single day. He has a great team. I met the man, as I've said here a couple times before. So, from time to time, I make purchases from the LTT store, such as this water bottle. And for a while, I wanted one of the hoodies. Now, the main reason why I wanted one of the hoodies is because their hoodies have a third pocket on the inside just for your cell phone. So I think that's kind of cool. Because I think we've all had that fear of putting your phone in your hoodie pocket and as you're walking or running, it's going to like bounce out, you know? That's basically long and short. And they had other stuff, but this was the one I was waiting for, which kind of sold out, so I went and got it. So this means that I will have to retire one of my other hoodies, so... It's nice. I do like it.
Looks nice too, that's for sure.
It feels kind of heavy too, but it looks lightweight, but it feels but it feels kind of heavy. All right, hold on. Okay, let's get this on. See how it fits. Okay. It's nice and snug. So, and the way it feels, it kind of feels like it's one of those hoodies where if you put another jacket on top, the sleeves are not going to like rise up on you. And here is the other pocket, so you know. I like it. This feels good, you know. And I think I dropped $60 on this.
Damn.
See, but there's something that you have to remember. When a slime boy says looking comfy. Thank you. Now, here's something you got to understand. You could always buy like a regular hoodie for like a third of the cost or even a quarter of the cost that I paid. But a lot of streamers have like customizable merchandise. And they can't buy it in the bulk where it's cheap, you know? So it has to be somewhere in the middle. Which is why if you follow various Twitch streamers, if you look at their merch, maybe their drink wares are the same or the shirt quality is the same. That could be they may be going to the same company to get what they need. But the difference is you're paying for what, you know, having their logo. Now with this... it's like more customizable. Like the LTT logo was like on the sleeve here. There's the logo over here somewhere, and it feels really nice. And the material on the inside is definitely different. So I'm probably gonna check out the tag later. Actually, I can just go on the website. It tells you what it's made of. So you know, I will be wearing this out tomorrow as I go to work. So. And the thing is, I wanted a hoodie where it felt warm, but it didn't have to look like a monster thick hoodie. So I think this will do the job. So I'll probably end up wearing it the rest of the show. So, you know. So now that we got that out the way, let's get into tonight's topics. And I think we're probably running just a scotch behind, but we'll get it all done. So no worries. So first up on tonight's show is Kizuna AI. Ari, tell me what's going on with this VTuber.
Let's see. She debuted in December 2016, has about 3 million or so subscribers, and a few days ago she announced that she would go on a definite hiatus after her anniversary concert. After the official opening concert, Kizuna AI sang many of her hit songs to drive the atmosphere of the show. You can also see many other VTubers on stage who participated. And then, as the event drew to a close, there was an official anime project announced.
I mean, really, are you not surprised?
Oh, of course not. The details are not confirmed, and not sure it'll be an anime series, a film, something else, whatever. The council also announced a project called CVOI, which is jointly developed and implemented by Frontier Works and other companies with the voice of Kizuna to develop a special AI Kizuna that specializes in singing.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, it sucks to not see any more videos online. But this anime project could be really good.
Hopefully, it'll get like a translation and we can see it.
Now it's just now it's just only a matter of time before people start begging for other VTubers to be given this treatment, getting their own series and whatnot.
I mean, given how popular the HoloLive characters are, would not surprise me.
Oh yeah,
but
I can think of at least 2 or 3 that'll be top candidates.
But here's the thing: where is the Hatsune Miku anime? And no, Black Rock Shooter doesn't count.
Right, probably Korone, Guagura, and Mori Calliope will be the the first 3 off the top of my head.
Yeah, and as Signboy says, VTuber stuff really exploded, and I have to say, I kind of missed the explosions on that because I had no clue. I mean, one of my friends was like a sister to me. She's a VTuber, and honestly, she's the only VTuber I'll actually follow. Because I know who that person is. So, but let's see how it plays out. Now, as we jump, we're gonna go into Mako-chan's fandom real quick with Pokemon.
That's not mine.
Is it?
No, that's yours.
Oh, wait, that's right. I gave you Ghosts in the Shell. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to understand both of those are Mako's fandom, so sometimes I have to flip a coin to see who gets what. So here's the thing: we're going to get a web animated series sometime this year for Pokémon Legends Arceus, and it's supposed to be done by Wit Studio. So, from my understanding, it's going to happen sometime this summer. Pokemon Company will announce more details later. But I just want to say before we continue, when it comes to Pokemon anime and Pokemon games and so forth, understand that Nintendo has no say essentially on how those are done. All Nintendo does is slap their logo on the game to publish. That's it. Everything else is done by Game Freak. So please, if you have an issue with Pokemon, don't bitch at Nintendo. Bitch at Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you who don't already know, the game takes place in the Hisui region, the past version of the Sinnoh region from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl games. Players join the Galaxy Expedition Team Survey Corps in the Jubilife Village to embark on survey outings and research Pokemon. Players can ride Pokemon and craft items, but are vulnerable to Pokemon attacks while out in the field. The game also features photography and trainer customizations. The game also adds the new Pokemon Reader, an evolution of Stantler, Basculegion, an evolution of Basculin, and Cleavor, an evolution of Skyther. The game also introduces Hisuian forms of Bravery and Growlithe. Pokemon can be captured by throwing Pokeballs, but however, some Pokemon may flee or attack. Pokemon battles feature an action order combat system in which the Pokemon attacks depend on its speed, stat, and moves. Pokemon can use moves in 2 different styles. Strong style, which favors power over speed, and yeah, somebody's going to do a cosplay of that. Somebody's going to do Pikachu as Shinsuke Nakamura.
Bus, that settles it. I'm bringing my King of Super Effective Style shirt to Zenkai-Con.
Bring it. And Agile style, which prioritizes fast turns over strength. Pokemon Legends Arceus features a more open 3D style reminiscent of the wild area in the Pokemon Sword and Shield games. The story also involves the mythical Pokemon Arceus. Starter Pokemon include Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott. The cover art picture, as you would see if you picked up the game, depicts Mount Coronet and the bygone Sinnoh region. Now, doesn't Arceus take place like years
In the
before?
past.
Yeah. So what was interesting, so many people were bitching about how the Gen 9 graphics blow the Arceus graphics out of the water. And I'm just sitting here going, you do realize Arceus takes place maybe 100 or so years before all of the normal Pokemon games. So the graphics have to depict how it would look in the past. And
Well, the thing is the game itself is based off of that generation.
Mm-hmm.
So when they updated it to put out the updated version of Diamond and Pearl, they used those graphics.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't use the updated graphics from Sword and Shield.
Right.
So obviously it's not gonna look like a brand new, super pretty game.
My fandom is insufferable. That's what we've learned.
Every
Yeah.
fandom is insufferable.
And for those that still argue, it is Arceus for English speaking, and in Japan it is Arceus. Both sayings are correct depending on where you're coming from. And the reason why it had to be changed, no, it's Arceus in the States and Arceus in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why it had to be changed is because in England, with the English speaking, Arceus is very, very similar to Arse. And Pokemon does not deal well with anything coming into that kind of realm. Thus, in English-speaking terms, it is Arceus. It is both sayings, both ways to say the name are correct, depending on whether or not it's English or Japanese.
What's interesting, and I know I've brought this up before when we were talking about how some games have a different pronunciation based on location and how some games are changed for various reasons. Now, I don't know how many of y'all remember, but there was a console called the TurboGrafx 16.
Oh god, that thing.
Hey, I liked my TurboGrafx 16, goddamn you. I have a mini. I love that thing. In Japan, they had what was called the the PC Engine. That's what it was called. On there was a mascot of a prehistoric man. His name was called PC Kid. And I think it stood for Pithosaurus, Computersaurus, something like that. PC Kid, named after PC Engine. In the States, he was called Bonk, and the game was called Bonk's Adventure.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep. In the UK, the game is called PC Kid, because in the UK, the word bonk is just another slang term for sex. Could you just imagine if they left that title as is? Maybe the TurboGrafx 16 would have stood a fighting chance in Europe.
See, when you said TurboGrafx and mascot, I immediately was brought back to our old friend Johnny Turbo.
No. Johnny Turbo was more of the spokesman for the Turbo Duo and when it was TTI, Turbo Technologies Incorporated. And Cedar Berry says, was that one of the games that was always on Nick Arcade? Probably so, yes. If it looked like a caveman with a giant head, yes.
Yeah, that's Bonk's
That's
Adventure.
Bonk. And it was rebooted for Xbox. I would love to see them do another reboot of that game, but since Hudson Soft was absorbed by Konami, And given how well they've played around, they've did Super Bomberman, I'm not holding my breath. So, and let's move into more. Let's get more into Cyberpunk here.
Yeah, so it was announced that season 2 of Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045 is going to stream worldwide exclusively on Netflix coming in May. Millennium Parade will return to perform the opening and ending theme song titled Secret Ceremony and No Time to Cast Anchor, respectively. The opening theme song is featured in the newly released trailer. Fans can also enjoy a new visual of Motoko and new Section 9 recruit Purin, which was illustrated by character designer Ilya Kuvishnov. So there are going to be a couple of voice actor changes. But yeah, so this is kind of a more closer, I guess a closer retelling of the 1989 manga, instead of going off on its own. But yeah, so there are 12 episodes in season 1. And then season 2, as I said, will be exclusively on Netflix worldwide starting May of 2022.
You know, I actually have like the first Ghost in the Shell box set. And I bought it for 2 reasons. One, I actually enjoyed it because I was trying to buy them individually, but I was broke. So I think I ended up selling that one. I don't recall I have it, but I have the box set. And the second reason I bought it was I found out this one person I knew that I couldn't stand was thinking about buying it, so I decided to be petty and snipe it. Yeah, he had it up for sale. She was like, maybe. I responded with, what's your PayPal? But that does remind me, I do need to sit down and watch all of them, so I probably will do that.
I like that the different versions that are out there, the different animes, the movies that are out there, the manga, it's all different.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're using the same character and it's the same kind of, I guess, overall plot.
Yeah.
With what's going on and what's happening and things like that. It's all different stories. So I like that so much can be done with that kind of thing to make it fresh while still using the characters in the world.
Something that the Tenchi Muyo team needs to take notes on.
Yeah.
Now we jump from something positive to something more serious.
Oh boy. So yeah, a grand jury in Fairfax, Virginia advanced eight felony charges against former Jujutsu Kaisen manga translator Stefan Koza on December 20th. 8 as in 1 for each separate video of child pornography. He was arrested in December 2020 on suspicion of possession and distribution. The police arrived at his house with a warrant, and then he reportedly dialed 911 saying that some weirdos were banging on his door, and they told him, "It's the police, let them in."
Wow.
And then he grabbed his computer and ran out to the woods and started throwing the components everywhere. And then he panicked and tried to discard them to hide traces of downloads from BitTorrent network. Lovely. And he was totally aware of what he was doing. While he was originally held without bond, he was eventually released on recognizance. He needed to sign a written promise to appear in court. That's what that means. As part of his release, he agreed to avoid all contact with minors and agreed not to use the internet. In January 2021, the court amended Koza's bond to allow access to Viz Media servers and to contact 2 people at the company via email. It did not continue to work with Koza at its Viz did not work with Koza after his arrest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, fuck this guy.
Now I'm reading about his previous arrest. Jesus.
Oh yeah, suspicion of violating Japanese Minor Offenses Act by trespassing and secretly taking recordings in an elementary school girl's dressing room.
Oh, trust me. When he goes to a fuck me in the ass prison, which is any prison, he will be neutered by the end of the day. Promise you that.
Yeah, that's some lower hierarchy shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look. For those of you who don't know, my stepfather was in and out of jail like it was him going to work. So, and I do know this. Wearing your baggy clothes means you're available. And if they find out you are a pedo, you probably will end up dead. So.
Yeah, sex crimes and crimes against minors are very low tier, and putting them both together, that's just shit tier. So,
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine how long he'll stay in jail before something happens to him.
Yeah. Whatever happens. It's all, that's the way I look at it.
Can we move on to something else?
Absolutely. We can talk about idols.
Oh, it's my turn again.
Yep.
So voice actress idol unit Iris streams 15-minute digest of their 9th anniversary concert. The DVD Blu-ray will be available on March 9th. So 5-member voice actress unit Iris. Damn it, why are things opening that I don't want to open? Stop. Okay. So the 5-member voice actress idol unit Iris's 9th anniversary concert, Iris 9th Anniversary Live Queen's Message, was held at Makuhira Messe Event Hall in Chiba Prefecture on November 7th. It also live streamed worldwide. For those who couldn't see the performance and want to experience the excitement again, a 15-minute digest clip of the concert is now streamed on their official YouTube channel. The unit was formed by the 6 winners of the first Anson vocal audition held by Avix and 81 Produce in August 2012, then made their debut in November of that year. After one of its founding members, Azuki Shibuya, left the unit in the end of March 2021, they've been working as a 5-member unit. So this was their first anniversary concert as a 5-member unit. So the DVD Blu-ray set concert, the DVD and Blu-ray of the concert is set to be released in Japan on March 9th. Its first press limited edition Blu-ray comes with a bonus CD that contains 18 songs from the concert. So yeah. For those that are interested in idols, for those that are interested in voice actors, there you go.
And I am off to my normal sources to see if I can find some of their music. And I think I have it. I've had it before.
Yeah, I know that we spoke when they first started,
Right.
I should say. So this is just an update. They've been a year now of just 5 members, and they're still going strong.
Yep.
But Japan loves its idols, so...
Yep. Japan loves its idols in the same vein that... Well, what do Americans like when it comes to music? It's like every freaking week is a different flavor.
I have no idea anymore. I was recently setting the new radio stations on my car, and I came across friggin' Bust a Move on the oldie station.
Well,
and I'm just like,
yeah.
that's enough for me today.
Ari, Ari, you have to understand, we are old. What we thought was good music growing up, and we were here, the oldies, and our parents, I know my mother has said, Lord rest her soul, will go and say, you don't know about grown folks music, you don't know nothing about that. And I'm just laughing like, whatever, like 60s and 70s. Now, I had said this when
and now the shoe is being put on the other foot.
Exactly. Like, I know I mentioned this when I went to get my booster shot, but, they were playing some great 90s R&B, and I was just like, damn, they don't play music like this anymore. And I realized, oh, fuck, I'm at grown folks music now. Oh, man. And what's interesting is the building that I work in has a radio station, 1027 WNEW, which used to be like one of the big like metal rock stations in New York City. Now it's just top 40. Yeah. And honestly, I don't even listen to terrestrial radio anymore. Whenever I'm hanging out with you or Mako, we're playing anime shit off my phone, or I fire up iHeartRadio and we're listening to an 80s station or a 90s station,
Uh-huh.
And as Cedar Berry says, back when I worked in the box office of a comedy club, I'd always be able to tell the bartenders I liked were working by the music playing. Well, yeah. Now I kind of wish I had like a little speaker at my desk for music, because I'm like the only one in the open area, but nah. All right. I need to get music ready for this, because I'm just... There is a reason why these devices are not around anymore. I wish people would understand that. For those of you who were at conventions during the 2000s, if you were on the East Coast, you would hear someone get your red hot yaoi. That was usually Hendane. And they would sell these yaoi paddles, and it said yaoi on it. Some said yuri, some said seme, and some said uke. And you had the hardcore side and the softcore side. So it seems that last week, a fan of the yaoi paddles formed a Kickstarter to bring them back. And I can tell you this now, a lot of people of the con generation of the 2000s are like, no, bring it back. There are people who are having Vietnam War flashbacks. Okay? There is a reason why these paddles were banned from conventions. Okay? I know most of our participants here on Anime Jam Session would buy one of these yaoi paddles and just take it upstairs. Or they would walk around the con and just hold it, But then you got those who would like to smack their friends with it. And smack random people with it. And I know there was a rumor that someone ended up paralyzed from being hit with a yaoi paddle. But that has never been confirmed, so I don't believe it actually happened. So, and as I said, Hendane sold these paddles. And as they were quoted, they said, we had a nice thing, and it took a lot of work to bring it back, so let's make sure to keep it wholesome.
That's not happening.
Well, no. Actually, no. I made a mistake. The person running the Kickstarter said that we had a nice thing, and it took a lot of work to bring it back, so let's make sure to keep it wholesome. Henry Al, the person behind this Kickstarter. Now, here is something interesting. the person behind the Yaoi Paddles Kickstarter, Henry Al, he did not reach out to Hendane to request permission to do this.
Oh.
So I have a feeling before the end of this week goes, there will be a C&D for this Kickstarter to be terminated. Now, I could tell you this now. When this went up last week, within the first day, a third of the funds were there. But as you can see, if you go to their Kickstarter, it has been pulled due to a copyright notification.
Wah, wah.
So I just have one. In the thought of creating this, this is all I have to say.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Thank you, Dr. Ian Malcolm. See, I thought that this was the C&D was going to come by the end of the week. Holy shit, that Christmas came early.
End of the frigging day. Yikes.
I know. Yep, and the copyright notice is up there. I'm going to post this to my personal, and I'm going to post this to the pages because the world needs to know. Oh,
So while you were doing that, I was cleaning out my emails, and I found a email from Bonefish Grill.
Yeah.
It says, "Our Rockefeller Butterfish has it all." I'm like, oh, god damn it.
Well, you have to understand, Rockefeller is a known last name, so you can't really corner the market on it.
I'm not trying to corner the market. I'm thinking, oh, yes, associating my name with something that'll freaking kill me.
Ronma421 says, I saw some dude get hit by a guy dressed as Yusuke, and you could tell that guy was hurting. Like, damn, Yusuke, hold back some of that strength. Let me tell you something. If somebody hit me with a yaoi paddle, I would not be here right now.
You'd be in jail.
Yeah, I would be sitting in a cell for attempted murder because I was going to take that paddle, spin around, crack it upside their head, and just go to town. Shit.
I wouldn't blame you.
And again, I am so glad. I am so glad. I'm going to have to share this to Twitter and be like, there is a God, you know. Or no, I'm going to tag Hendane and be like, bless you, Hendane. Bless you. And as Ron421 says, the guy let Yusuke do it. The best part is Yusuke even gestured he was swinging for the fences. Well, good. And now that we got that out the way, it's the part of the show that y'all really enjoy more than anything else. Meanwhile, in Japan, and you know what? I'm going to save Ari a bit of a headache. I will take the first story.
All right, I'll take the last one then.
Yeah, because we all know which one Mako was going to take anyway. So we also did Mako as solid.
Nyan, nyan, nyan.
See, look at that. So, it seems that a Hokkaido man was found naked in the laundromat in the middle of the night.
What?
Yeah. I mean, if it was my own personal house, maybe. So, last week, February 23rd, is the new emperor's birthday, and it's also a public holiday. This year happened to fall on a Wednesday, making the previous day a little midweek Friday. However, we have to be careful not to get carried away when these special holidays come around. So what happened was, in an example, around 11:30 the night before, a man walked into the laundromat in the Atsubetsu ward of Sapporo City, Hokkaido. However, upon entering, he spotted another man inside who was completely naked. As most people would, the would-be customer immediately left and called the cops. when the authorities arrived, they arrested the 21-year-old naked man for indecent exposure. According to the investigation, it was also found that his clothes were inside one of the washing machines, but it wasn't turned on, and it said that he had been drunk at the time of arrest. The suspect claimed to be a cook from Ashibet City, which is about 112 kilometers or 70 miles from Sapporo, and yet the man had no problem making himself right at home at that laundromat. Police say they are still investigating a motive, but let's just say that he was drunk trying to wash his clothes and he failed at it. According to netizens, comments came across the board like maybe he thought it was his house. He probably didn't expect anyone else to come in late at night. Sounds like one of those minimalists. Laundromats should offer towels or bathrobes for situations like this. But was he wearing a face mask? I like that one. If I was drunk...
Yeah, watch him be wearing only the face mask.
I mean, there is a superhero like that called Hentai Kamen, so... If I was drunk and puked all over my clothes, I'd want to get it cleaned right away, too. And as someone else said, isn't he putting his own life on the line by doing that in Hokkaido? In regards to the last question, the weather in Sapporo at the time was about 3.5 degrees below Celsius, which is 26 degrees Fahrenheit. So in other words... -3
is Celsius?
So in other words, if you're in the New York tri-state area, Monday morning. That's cold. Literally. It's fortunate that the cops were able to handle the situation before any harm came to him or anyone else, and this serves as a reminder to drink responsibly when the holidays roll around. It's like the old slogan says, friends don't let friends drink and do laundry. I mean, especially when you're sorting colors.
Around here, someone get drunk at a laundromat, they try and climb into the machine.
Well, yeah. All right. So, next up is Mako-chan.
Yeah, so, it seems that a cat has become the head priest at a Japanese shrine. So in Japan, the 22nd of February is known as Cat Day, due to the fact that nya, which is the number, or ni, which is the number 2, appears in the word nyan for meow, making the 22-2 date sound like nyan nyan nyan. This year, the fact that it was 22-2-22, or nyan 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 nyan, Cat Day became known as Super Cat Day. So, one rural town decided it would be the perfect date to herald a new shrine priest, a cat called Nitama. And if that name sounds familiar, that's because Nitama is the famous station master cat at Kishi Station in Wakayama Prefecture. Nitama, yes, the ni means 2 in the name, is the successor to Tama, the original station cat who sadly passed away in 2015. Tama was so beloved by commuters, the station's opening company, Wakayama Electric, they ended up having 3,000 mourners attend the traditional memorial service that was held for her. The company even set up a small shrine dedicated to the cat, who was said to have played a major role in the regeneration of Wakayama Electric Railway due to the number of visitors she attracted. Tama's spirit lives on at the station, not only at the shrine named after her, but in the feline-shaped design of the building, which has her name displayed proudly on top. Due to its long-standing cat connection, Wakayama Electric and its cat-loving president, they decided to celebrate both their beloved felines on Super Cat Day by officially appointing Nitama as the chief priest to Tama Shrine. All the big media outlets were at the scene to capture the moment when Nitama took up the position as chief priest, with the cat dressed in the same garb usually worn by human priests on formal occasions. So there is a video, and And in that video, the president of Wakayama Electric is seen presenting the cat to the shrine while saying Nitama will work hard as chief priest of Tama Shrine, adding a meow at the end to make it seem as if he is speaking on behalf of the cat.
Oh, this is adorable.
Following the ceremony, Kojima continued to act as Nitama's human representative by unveiling an official board detailing the history of the shrine and creating Goshun, the special slips of paper stamped with seals that are traditionally given to visitors of Shinto shrines in return for a small fee of around 300 yen. Nitama, who has the patience of a priest, will continue to work as station master while taking on priestly duties. Kojima says he hopes Nitama's new appointment will help to bring peace and brighten the world that's been darkened by the coronavirus. Judging by the smiles on all the visitors and the journalists at the official ceremony, it looks like Nitama's priestly ways are already making the world a brighter place, spreading joy around the country from its rural station. And yes, it's freaking adorable. Yeah.
This cat is seriously, disciplined. If he can sit there in that getup and just let all this happen around him,
No, the cat is just that lazy.
Oh,
So
hey,
Damien
we got a
would be
raid.
Damien
what?
would be a good
Word?
pick for this, right?
Oh, Rob Roberts from Orange Lounge Radio is rating us. Hey, Rob, thank you. And as Cianamiri says, needs slightly more Digicarrot. Well, I believe we're getting a new Digicarrot anime later this year.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. And I'm kind of hoping they release figurines because I need a Rabbi and Rose figurine. I really need one. Okay, now we got that out the way. Ari, it's on you.
Okay, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's apparently gamer apartments available to rent for under $350 US a month, which come with a full PC gaming setup. Let's see. Japanese esports company Basara has decided to tackle the problem of initial setup costs, etc., and are renting out gamer-ready apartments for gamers. The apartments, called e-rooms, come furnished with everything a gamer needs: a gaming PC with a gaming monitor, mouse, keyboard, gaming desk, and gaming chair. The specs of the PC differ depending on the monthly rent. The cheapest beginner plan has a monthly rent of 39,000 yen, which is about $340. It includes a GeForce GTX 1650 PC with an Intel Core i7 processor and 480 gigs of solid-state drive. The more pricey Elite plan, for those who are already serious, costs 69,000 yen. Nice. Which is about $600. Includes a GeForce RTX 3070i PC with an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X processor and 1 terabyte of solid-state drive. Where the fuck is this in this country? I would kill someone to get an apartment like that.
Yeah, but
the
Ari,
apartment is insanely small.
Yeah, I was getting ready to get to that. Yeah, we've watched enough anime, you know how the size of apartments in Japan for a single person, and in comparison to my place, I'm living large.
I mean, from the one picture I saw, because for some reason I can't load local pictures on Sora News 24 for whatever reason. It looks like there's like an unfinished wall on one of them, and there's just enough room for the mattress.
See, it'd just be a roll-away. It's a roll-up futon that goes in the closet.
Yeah. Oh, and they can also choose their keyboard and mouse setup from a selection of famous brands like Logicool, SteelSeries, Corsair, and HyperX. An extra option is a streamer package, which includes a webcam and microphone. There's also Illustrator plans for digital artists and video creator plans. Both plans offer apartments equipped with PC speed for digital artists and people who make videos with extra options like drawing tablets and monitor arms.
Sounds good.
The 2 buildings are in Sendai, Miyagi, and Basara hopes to expand them throughout the country. And applications open in early March. I'm guessing right about now, I presume. So have fun dogpiling over one another to get into one of these places. Yeah, just imagine a place like that in like New York would be like $5,500 a month, no utilities.
Oh, it's sort of like I'm reminded of how, if you pick up like the papers around here, sometimes you'll see like lotteries for apartments and stuff like that.
They still do that. Yeesh.
Oh yeah, the difference now is the apartments are in these fancy buildings, but the catch is if you get one of these apartments, you can't go through the fancy front doors. You have to go through the poor door.
What?
Yeah. Picture the poor door as equivalent to my front door. Yeah.
There are way too many implications about that.
You think?
Oh boy.
And in Bonds 006_006 says, did I miss the Crunchyroll news? We didn't even discuss the Crunchyroll news because it came out suddenly today. So we will go into detail with it next week. But in case you haven't heard, basically the Funimation app is shutting down and moving everything over to Crunchyroll. That's basically the long and short. And if you have a Funimation subscription, you'll be given like a 60-day free trial or something like that. Honestly, I believe you should get whatever the remaining time of your subscription is. If you've paid like in lump sum, that should be given to you as a remainder of your Crunchyroll account plus 60 days. It should be done like that. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, and basically any new dubbed projects are going straight to Crunchyroll. So we will get into more details about that next week, but if you want more information about that now, just go over to Funimation.com. The only thing that pisses me off about that is the Crunchyroll app is broken and dilapidated. As somebody said on my Facebook, or it might have been Twitter, maybe they'll take the Funimation app, reskin it as a Crunchyroll app, and push it as an update, which I hope they do. Because one thing I like about the Crunchyroll app is that you can actually use a physical keyboard to type in your searches, whereas the Funimation app, not so much. It's kind of odd. Funimation Group buys Crunchyroll, but they're shifting everything to Crunchyroll, sort of like Square Enix in a way. But as somebody said, Funimation for the branding, Crunchyroll for the content. Makes sense, I suppose. Anywho, now that we got all of that out the way, I think it's time for us to wrap up the show. Agreed?
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, if you like the show, tell a friend. They in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. We do this for the fun of it. So what we like and don't like, we'll straight up tell you. If you have any questions about our show, drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. And don't forget to visit our website at animejamsession.com, where you will find our weekly podcast, anime reviews, editorials, cosplay interviews, cosplay tips and tricks, links to our YouTube videos, links to our Facebook convention photos, and so much more. That's all at animejamsession.com. And if you like our show, you can find all of our older episodes through any podcasting app. You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Search Anime Jam Session. Over 500 episodes for you to check out. Some good, some bad, all in good fun. And don't forget to follow us on our social medias. YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. It's all Anime Jam Session. follow us on there so you know when we're going live, when new episodes are going up, articles are going up, what conventions we're going to, and then some. It's all in good funds. And down below is our tip jar. So you can cheer us with bits, or you can click on our Ko-Fi or Stream Element links and send us donations. We really appreciate that. And auto hosts, if you're add us to your auto host so you can share the good word with other people. So when you're not live, we're live and all that cool stuff. So now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Ari.
I just want to go to bed. I don't like getting up early.
I feel you on that one. Last words, Mako-chan.
This weekend, I am tearing up flooring in my house, so yay, fun.
My last words, I think I have some ice cream and some anime to watch, and then I'm calling it a night. Well, that is it. End of list. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode, and I believe it'll be 4-Player Tuesday, and Ichigo Gami will be joining us next week. And after that, it'll be Wild Spice, I believe. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Because since Tuesdays there's 5 Tuesdays in a month, so Wild Spice will be back with us on the 29th. We'll be talking about Zenkai and then some. So I think we're done here. So I'm Ranma.
I'm Ari.
And I am Mako-chan.
Great fight, great night. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Say goodnight, Mako-chan.
Good night, Mako-chan.
Perfect. Awesome. We're out of here. See you next week.
Podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressioned on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!